Fellow Toastmasters guests and honorable judges, welcome to SCBD Toastmasters Club Speech Contest 2022. Thank you for joining us to the virtual event today. Though you cannot directly see those performing with you today, we are a part of 1,000 Toastmasters celebrating and participating for the World Championships of Public Speaking. Before we start, I would like to inform you that first, we are currently at the main contest room. During contest categories, please turn off your camera and mute yourself, except the speaking contestant. Second, for the audience who is not a role taker in this contest, please rename yourself to audience desk name. And third, please keep this contest conducive and control the sound that will disturb contestant during contest. Now, let me welcome our contestants for this event, Toastmaster Melanie Rivera.
Good afternoon, district leaders, club leaders, distinguished Toastmasters, honorable judges, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guests. Today, we will be witnessing the second online SCBD Toastmasters speech contest and determine who will be advancing to Area I3 speech contest in February. We will be having 3 contest categories today, namely International Speech Contest, Table Topic Speech Contest, and Evaluation Speech Contest. I hope you enjoy our contest today. Let us now welcome our contest Toastmaster, Toastmaster Lintang Ayun Diaz.
Good afternoon, district leaders, club leaders, distinguished Toastmasters, honorable judges, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guests. Let us begin our SCBD Toastmaster Club Speech Contest 2022. Every speaker will have 1 minute of silence before his or her performance. At the end of each contest category, there will be a 5-minute break. The contestants, judges, timer, tally counters, SAAs, and Zoom hosts have been all briefed earlier today about the contest rules and procedures. The contestants have been informed of the person in charge in the timing rights. Ladies and gentlemen, protests may only be entered by the contestants or voting judges to either contest chair or the chief judge. Once the result of the contest has been announced, all decisions are final. Our chief judge for this contest is Toastmaster Uyun Charissa Aziza. We will now begin the International Speech Contest. The purpose of this category are to provide an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking abilities and to recognize the best as encouragement to all, and to provide an opportunity to learn by observing the more proficient speakers who have benefited from their Toastmasters training. The first and second placers of this International Speech Contest will represent SCBD Toastmaster Club at the Area I3 International Speech Contest. For the International Speech Contest, all contestants will remain in the room. The contestants will be introduced by the contest Toastmaster. There are 7 contestants in this contest. The speaking order for the International Speech Contest was determined earlier by having our contestants draw for position. The speaking order for the International Speech Contest will be: first, Yusuf Arya Putra; second, Muhammad Agung Wardoyo; third, Isyraqi Kairi Siregar; fourth, Garda Widinuraga; fifth, Hanny Wurdianisa; sixth, Andhyka Sumarsono; and seventh, Alfin. Chief Judge, can you please confirm that the judges have been briefed and are ready to go? Chief Judge?
Oh, yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, the judges are ready to go. Oh, sorry.
Can you confirm once again, Chief Judge, that all the
Yeah.
judges, yeah?
Okay, thank you, Contestant Toastmaster. The judges have been briefed and they are ready to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Judge. There will be 1 minute of silence before each contestant. Timers, when I call for 1 minute of silence, please signal me when 1 minute of silence is up. Timer, please time 1 minute of silence for contestant number 1.
One minute of silence is up.
Thank you. Please help me welcome contestant number 1, Toastmaster Yusuf Arya Putra.
Hello, Contest Master. Am I visible and audible?
Yes, you are visible and audible. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yusuf Arya Putra, expert knows more. Expert knows more, Yusuf Arya Putra.
I had surgery on my nose 3 times. Yes, 3 times, ladies and gentlemen. If you open my social media around 15 years ago, maybe you will not recognize me. Maybe you mistaken me like Hollywood actor movie. Well, jokes aside, what's the reason that I need to do 3 times of surgery? The first surgery happens for a natural reason. I had problems with the structure of my bones and they have to fix it. So the doctor asked me to do surgery, so I did it. I did the surgery. Then after that, the doctor asked me to go back to have a proper control with the doctors regularly. So I did it as well. I went to the doctor once and pay, went to the doctor twice and pay, went to the doctor 3 times and pay, but then I stopped. I stopped because I am Mr. Know-it-all. I stopped because I feel perfect. I don't feel any problems anymore. I stopped because I don't think I need to do control anymore. And I stopped because I think the doctor just want me to go back and back just for the money. But I was wrong. My mistakes was that I refused to believe that expert knows more. So what happened? Years later, problems start to arise. I sneeze a lot. I get fever a lot because I have a laryngitis very regularly. So I went to the doctor again, and apparently there are a lot of things going wrong with my nose. I got sinusitis, Dentia, I got polyp, I got laryngitis, I got throat abrasions. In simple terms, my nose becomes so messy inside. It becomes the playground of germs, like hi bacteria, hi virus. Do you see where's the fungi? Oh, they're applying slide on the bridge nose. Very, very messy. And it was very bad that they even need to peel the skin inside my throat just to get the germs away. And it doesn't finish there. Years later, I still have to go for the third surgery overseas just to make sure everything is worked well. And that's again because I'm Mr. Know-it-all. I refuse to believe that expert knows more. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the only problem in my life that happens because of this. My youngest daughter, 4 years old, she didn't communicate a lot at her age. While children at her age already speak a lot, talk a lot, communicate very well, but she's not. We already saw these symptoms when she was 1.5 years old. We already see that she doesn't really communicate. She doesn't really pay attention when we speak to her. She didn't maintain eye contact with us. But I was in denial. I think that my baby is okay. I think that she's just being independent. I think that that's just how baby goes. They grow and they learn in their own pace. But then after a year, I realized it's something serious. I realized that I have to go to the experts. So I went to the doctors, I went to the psychologists, and I found out that there's a fundamental problem with her sensory stimulations, that we have to catch up with her sensory stimulation while we also need to train her to speak. So we did that and we see progress, but there are still gaps. The gaps that can be even smaller if I did some action earlier. If I didn't refuse to believe that expert knows more. Expert knows more. Ladies and gentlemen, like in the condition today, I had some friends that are medical professionals, friends that are doctors, friends that are experts in their field. And when those friends of mine told me, dude, wear your mask, get your vaccine shot. What will I do? I will wear my mask, I get my vaccine shot. Because of what? Because I know expert knows more. Back to you, Contest Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yusuf. May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots. Timer, please signal me when 1 minute is up.
One minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Please help me welcome contestant number 2, Toastmaster Muhammad Agung Wardoyo. Hi, Toastmaster Agung.
Hi, Contestant Master. Am I audible and visible?
Yes. Can you please confirm if you can see timer 1?
Yes,
Okay, are you ready?
I am ready.
Muhammad Agung Wardoyo, Senior High School. Senior High School, Muhammad Agung Wardoyo.
There was a bright, cheerful, and funny teenager. He came from a small village, and God blessed him to enroll in one of the best senior high schools in his region. He started his journey at school confidently, and he was ready to shine. He was ready to show the world what he is capable. Sadly, his path was not smooth as he expected. He felt overwhelmed with this new environment because the environment is very, very competitive. Then, the peak of his insecurity moment was when one of his classmates called him Teletubbies, a Teletubbies. And some students at the class were laughing at them, was making fun of it. Even though he didn't like it, he hated it. After a few days, almost one batch, his batch knew that he was called by a Teletubbies. Hey Tubbies! Hey Teletubbies! It was like, poof, poof. That's not good. Ladies and gentlemen, this teenager is Muhammad Agung Wardoyo. He is me. That story was one of the worst memories in my life. I felt bullied. I felt like, oh, this school is not mine. It's not my place. After that, I just thought, okay, senior high school, I just went to school, attended the class normally, and then went home right away. Every bit of that moment was okay, meh, something like that. Although many people would say that, wow, senior high school years were one of the most time in my life. And that is true. Don't get me wrong. But unfortunately, it is not for me. It's not my case. I never considered those years were my most beautiful years because of that bad memory. Okay? And whenever there is an invitation of reunion event or even that's related to my senior high schools, I just rejected it. I didn't like it. And I'll just make excuses to not come. Oh guys, sorry, I'm not coming because of blah blah blah. Because of blah blah blah. Something like that. Imagine guys, for years I did that. I tried to stay away from it. And I was always overpowered myself, overshadowed by that bad memory. That's not good. Ladies and gentlemen, as I gained a lot of wisdom by having many experiences in my life, I realized that I was so stupid to let that bad memory overpower myself, overpower my mind. I was so dumb to not open myself to reconnect with my high school friends. Why? Because when I finally open up myself to reconnect with them, to know one by one, to try to mingle with my friends, it turned out they are okay, they are fine, they accept me. They didn't call me by that tabis again. And I just realized it. And some of them are my good friends now, until now. You see, guys, that I was only looking at those dark memories, bad memories. Although, actually, back then, in my senior high school years, there were some students, very good person, who I could reach out, and I just realized it. That's too bad. There was once conversation with one of my friends during that reunion event. He said that, "I'm so sorry, bro. I regretted that I called you that name back then, and even I didn't know your name. I'm so sorry, I regret it." Suddenly, I felt relieved. I felt liberated. And if I had an opportunity to tell the younger Agung, or possibly other young generation, young teenager out there who have the same experiences that I do, I want to tell them that bad memories will play the most often. But just because the memory comes up doesn't mean you have to watch it. Like you are watching a traumatic YouTube video. You have the option not to watch it, but rather you have to change the channel so that you are not overpowered, you are not influenced by the negativities. Thank you. Thank you, Contestant Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Agung. May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots. Timers, please signal me when 1 minute is up.
One minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Please help me welcome contestant number 3, Toastmaster Isyraqi Siregar.
Hello, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are visible and audible, Toastmaster Isyraqi. Can you please confirm if you can see timer 1?
Yes, I can see timer 1.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, of course.
Isyraqi Siregar. Content creator, personal branding, and followers number. Content creator, personal branding, and followers number, Isyraqi Siregar.
The TED Talk speakers is my dream, Mas, not hers. Are you familiar with those words? I think all of you guys can relate with that phrase. I can tell, I can know where you know about that phrase. But before that, let me ask you. If you have Instagram, please raise your hand. All right, I can see 35,000 people here. Raise your hand. Thank you so much. And the next, if you have TikTok, raise your hand. Have we TikTokers or celeb TikTok here? All right. Thank you so much for your raise your hand. And the next is, if you have Friendsters, please raise your hand. Wow, I can know from From where era did you come, guys? Yeah, today social media is the best place for anyone to pour their creativity. One person that comes to my mind when we say content creators is Atta Halilintar. Do you know that guy Atta Halilintar with the prank, with the "What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel." And then, yeah, Atta Halilintar is the top of mind from any content creators nowadays. Like and also become the content creators, also become the dream for any children. Why? Because several days ago, I asked my nephew, "Hi, what is your dream job, or what will you do when you are growing up?" And she said, "I wanna be YouTuber." So I asked her like, what YouTuber? And I just realized the YouTuber become an option for today. And maybe several years ago, 5 years ago or 10 years ago, we will never know YouTuber will be the option, because on my kindergarten, when my teacher said, "Hi, Rocky, what is your dream?" And I said, "I want to be a dentist. I want to be an architect. I want to be a soldier." There's no YouTuber on that time, right? And also, and I said to my nephew, "All right, it's okay if you want to be the YouTuber, but please don't follow Tiana." Any one of you knows Tiana? Tiana is the fucking children freak. Why? I know some of you have a daughter, so please be aware when your daughter play the YouTube and Tiana, please avoid them to watch Tiana video, because the video is totally free. Tiana just prank her father, and her mother just threw up the iPad into the swimming pool and so on. That's something really freak for us to watch it, because yeah, it's totally different. Back then again, social media also have a place for anyone to build the personal branding. Why? Because you will define yourself by the audience as long as your content. Like I said before, Atta Halilintar with the "What's up, yo?" the prank content and so on. Or maybe if you know Arif Muhammad, I think that guy is the strongest one, because yeah, as you know, if you know the moment that Iko ya, yes, that's the thing that Arif Muhammad did, and after that the rest of influencer did that also. Back again, social media nowadays becoming our personal branding tools. And after that, we will have the followers numbers, let's say 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 until maybe swipe up gang. And then, yeah, for the last, I have a message for you. No matter how content that you made on your social media, but please be aware because we never know our content will bring us to anywhere, to any place, to another moment. Thank you. Back to you, contestant.
Thank you,
Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Isyraqi. May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots. Timers, please signal me when 1 minute is up.
One minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Please help me welcome contestant number 4, Toastmaster Garda Widi Nuraga. Hello, Toastmaster Garda.
Toastmaster, am I clearly visible and audible?
Yes, you are visible and audible. Can you please confirm if you can see timer 1?
Yes, I can see timer 1.
Thank you. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Garda Widi Nuraga, legacy. Legacy, Garda Widi Nuraga.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is the first thing you had in mind when you see this gentleman? Or what is the thing that maybe even if that you hear their names, obviously, I can assure you, you will always remember their inventions. And I believe that most of you attending this meeting, you have tried the social media or even eaten the fried chicken. And that is something that I believe all of us can remember about this gentleman. Contest chair, honorable judges, and dear friends. From this phenomenon, what does it actually tell us? Their inventions are part of their legacy. Something that every human being, including all of us, will always treasure and remember. It doesn't mean or doesn't matter where these gentlemen are, nor we know them in person. But in our mind, we always remember Facebook or KFC. And I believe that all of you here have at least a desire or a dream to be successful one day. You are willing to work hard off the chart until someone recognizes you by name without having to introduce yourself. And as for me, I would also like to work really hard so that whenever people address me by name, I don't have to introduce who I am. Hey, Garda, How do you see yourself in the future? Sounds like a table topics, doesn't it? But I confidently replied, I want to discover the cure for HIV, period. And from that moment, I planted the seed on my mind that I wanted to pursue a dream to discover the cure for HIV as my legacy. And time went by until I graduated, and even during my university days, I wrote my thesis about HIV and AIDS. I even took a course all the way to the Netherlands, also about AIDS. I performed medical services to our people concerning about AIDS. And I also volunteered in a community platform concerning on what else? HIV and AIDS. I even applied for a scholarship for a master's degree abroad, focusing on infectious disease so that I can focus more on infectious disease and HIV and AIDS. Little by little, I took those baby steps so that I could be a specialist on infectious disease and HIV and AIDS. And it took me 7 years to get through all of those errands until one day, the reality slapped me on the face. Last year, I received this paper. These are the medical records I received from my doctor that I was suffering from depression and anxiety. Still in the same month last year, I also received a letter that I failed to receive the scholarship that I had applied. My dream seemed to be vanished. My legacy seemed to be gone. But I remember some of my friends lifted me up. And some of them were actually fellow members in Toastmasters. That was the moment when I felt like I found the light at the end of the dark tunnel. I remembered how hard they tried to lift me up and try to bring my life back. That I remembered their kindness, that the way they treated me, it truly meant the world to me. And somehow, I also remembered one of the speeches from one of the public figures. She was actually a Miss Universe in 2000, Lara Dutta from India. And in her speech, she said that nobody's going to remember what gown you wore or what makeup you had on or what jewelry was like or what nail you painted on, but they will always remember the way you treated them. And it's the biggest lesson in life. It's how we treat people. That's the legacy you leave behind. So ladies and gentlemen, I may not be discovering HIV, the cure for HIV as my legacy, but the hardship that I experienced in the recent years has taught me one valuable lesson, that I should always treat others as I want to be treated equally. It doesn't matter how long the academic title that I will have or how great inventions that I will create. It will be nothing if I cannot do good for others and spread kindness to those who need. Because that will be my legacy, something that I will always carry to the afterlife. The way I treat others will be my legacy. So ladies and gentlemen, ask yourself, what is the legacy that you wish to leave behind? Contest Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Garda. May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots. Timers, please signal me when 1 minute is up.
Contest Master, 1 minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Please help me welcome contestant number 5, Toastmaster Hanny Wurdiansa. Hello, Toastmaster Hanny.
Yes. Am I audible and visible, Contest Master?
Yes, you are visible and audible. Can you please confirm if you can see timer 1?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. Are you ready, Toastmaster Hanny?
Yes, Contest Master.
Hanny Wurdiansa, create the pattern. Create the pattern, Hanny Wurdiansa.
When we try to reduce fear in the best, it's the best choice in our life. Sometimes it just pops out in our minds or it hasn't even happened yet. Yes, I couldn't agree with this statement. Let me ask to you, what's your greatest fear in your life? I assume some of you have a fear and different things. I will share my solution with you if you have the same experience as me. You can find it out starting from what, why, and how. But the question is, what is the biggest fear in your life?
I'm sorry,
and what,
Master Hanny.
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt your speech, but we cannot see you. Can you please check your video first?
I'm sorry. How about now?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Yes, now it's okay. I'm sorry, but can you please start over again?
When we try to reduce fear, is the best choice in our life. Sometimes it just pops out in our minds or it hasn't even happened yet. Yes, I couldn't more agree with that statement. Let me ask you, what's your greatest fear in your life? I assume some of you have a fear and different things. I will share my solution with you if you have the same experience as me. You can find it out starting from what, why, and how. But the question is, what is the biggest fear in your life and why do you have this fear? And how I can reduce or handle this fear? First, I will tell to you, start from what the biggest of my fear. My answer is speaking my mind. It relates to my personal story. When I was a child around 6 until 7 years old, I felt difficulty how to expressing myself, especially speaking my mind about what I felt, what I wanted to say, if I disliked something or kind of situation that was not wanted. I just keep silent or even hiding in my heart. The second, find your why. Do you have this fear? My answer is because I'm afraid if I speak, I get a negative response for the people. I only know if people react with negative response to me, it means, am I have a mistake? Looks like I avoid the conflict. Yes, it was my biggest trigger. If I face that trigger, I usually fell down and cry at the moment, and I'm guilty all the time. And my heart said, Hanny, you shouldn't tell like that to them. Why are you so foolish? Better to keep silent and don't speak. What I know about my feeling at the time until I became an adult was sad. The other trigger was I found, for example, if I look some of the people to argue, have a different opinion, or got the conflict, become mad each other for a long time, or even I facing on that sad moment. Can you imagine, until I became an adult, sometimes I was act like I'm Hanny's child, being sad, afraid, crying, unhappy all the time. Looks hard, I handle it because my inner child was dominant. Then I realized it's only in my mind. That fear, it hasn't happened yet. I think I need to change my mindset. Then I asked myself, try to find how. Regarding my experience, I will share two the tips to you how I found my solution by create pattern. First, I tried journaling. Right, starting from what and why. I try to validate my emotion, find what's my biggest trigger. After I know it, I validate my feeling and then how I get this response. What of pros and cons? If I still have the same response and write every achievement that I already did, it feels I give little appreciation for myself. By journaling, it will help us to visualization our mind to handle any kind of situation, only focusing on what the things we can control and what we can release our emotion through writing. The second, deep breathing. I try focus on the deep breathing technique. It feels and air, inhale and exhale. Sometimes we cannot control our minds all the time, but through focusing breathing, I can focus only on that present moment. Third is sharing. You can start sharing with your best friend, family, the people close to you. By sharing, it will help us to release my emotion. Sometimes we get some of the different perspective from the others. Ladies and gentlemen, my message that I need to share with you is the more fear inside you, the more boundaries to create. These limits are not something to be avoided. Instead, we learn how to find the solutions from the limitation we have. You can start changing the pattern in a different way to lead your mind to face that things that are in front of us. Today, I will encourage you to create your pattern, starting from finding your what, why, and how by journaling, deep breathing, and sharing. Now, I'm Hanny's adult. I already reduced my fear. How about you? Back to you, contest chair.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hanny. May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots. Timers, please signal me when 1 minute is up.
Contest Master, 1 minute silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Please help me welcome contestant number 6, Toastmaster Andhyka Sumarsono. Hi, hello, Toastmaster Andhyka.
Contest Toastmaster, am I visible and audible?
Yes, you are visible and audible. Can you please confirm if you can see timer 1?
Yes, I can.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Andhyka Sumarsono, fearless. Fearless, Andhyka Sumarsono.
Delta. When I was a child, I only knew it's the 4th Greek letter. Delta. When I was a teenager, it's a cool way to pronounce the letter D. Delta. In 2021, it became a horror word that is scary for almost every human being in this planet. By show of virtual hands, who in here were afraid of COVID-19 in the first year? Yes. At first I was afraid, I was petrified. That lyric really told my story in the first year, just like you. Even I think I deserve to be the most paranoid in the family related to COVID-19. I was really scared. Mask has been my natural outfit. Hand sanitizer. It was my daily skincare. I always applied to my hands. It was very, very scary. It was a novel situation. Nobody had any information or any tips regarding that COVID-19. And at that time, I had the chance to talk to my corporate leaders, the two of them, two very powerful women. I asked them, how do you manage your fear? Because I believe them as a human being, they must be afraid of it. Surprisingly, their answers were the same. They say, Andhyka, if you are afraid, do something about it. The other one said, Andhyka, if the fear arises, do something. If it's not for you, help others. You will become fearless. As they were my corporate leaders, I just said, oh yes, thank you for the tips. But back in my head, it didn't make sense at all. Helping others reduce our fear, how come? And then a news came that made me very sad. My grandma, at the age of 89, got infected by COVID-19. I was so afraid. And at that time, 17 of my extended family members got infected by COVID-19. Different areas, different cities, different countries. The fear arose. Oh my God, what should I do? How can I help my grandma? And then I realized, Andhyka, help others. It will make you fear less. And then I tried to expand my network. I tried to get an ambulance service. It was so tough to get the ambulance service at that time. And then when I got the ambulance, my aunt and my grandma had to go to 7 different hospitals. For what? For nothing. Because at the end of the day, she didn't get admitted. It was full. And then later on, a few weeks later, the devastating news came. On Sunday morning, I received a WhatsApp message. It says, Andhyka, your grandma was no longer with us. As my tears came down, the fear arose again and again and again. But then I was fortunate because I remembered what my leader said. If you are afraid, do something about it. Help others. You'll become fearless. That hospital where my grandma passed away was nearby my house. And at that time, the only family members that could take care of the funeral, only me, my aunt, and my other two cousins. Because all of the family members either isolating themselves, got hospitalized, or out of town. And now my fear got reduced automatically. How come this can happen? But then again, my actions really reduced the fear. I contacted all of the family members to get their documents and then submit it. I tried to negotiate because at that time, the big family wanted my grandma to be buried in Bekasi, not in Jakarta. And it took some time to negotiate, to find a cemetery, but I did manage it with my aunt and my two other cousins. And it was miraculously that my grandma passed away at 7 a.m. and she got buried at 2:30. It was amazing. Although I was really devastated because I lost my grandma, but the fear has been reduced. Then I got that message. I got what my corporate leader said, that actions reduce our fear. So contest chair, contest master, chief judge, and my fellow Toastmaster and guests, if you've ever felt afraid of something, you should do something about it. Or if it's not for you, you could do something for others. Help them. It will reduce your fear. I know it doesn't make sense at the beginning, but I challenge you to try it when you felt afraid. Remember, action reduce fear, and let's become fearless. Contest Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andhyka. May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots. Timer, please signal me when 1 minute is up.
Contest Toastmaster, 1 minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Please help me welcome contestant number 7, Toastmaster Alfin Abrar. Hi, hello, Toastmaster Alfin.
Hello, Toastmaster, yes.
Yes, please you confirm your visibility and your audio.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you are visible and audible. Thank you. Can you please confirm if you can see timer 1?
I can see timer 1.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alfin Abrar, I was sunk at the bottom of the ocean and my only option was to rise. I was sunk at the bottom of the ocean and my only option was to rise. Alfin Abrar.
I was approved at the best senior high school in West Sumatra. Was it a pleasure? It was a pressure. Best of the best of junior high school graduate was there. And I have pressure to be the best every single day. Then one day, physics teacher got mad to the entire class because our grade in physics was so trash. She said, "Why? You are best of the best. If you have anything to ask, just ask it. Don't be shy, just ask it." Everyone, like, at the time, I'm not aware if that was really a question or just a rhetorical. I thought that, just asking question? That was the easiest test in the world. So I picked a random question in the book and asked to the teacher. I feel like the hero. Then the teacher answered the questions easily. Then she looked at me. "You just picked a random question, don't you? You didn't even try it, did you?" I was like, until she said, "You are stupid." I was stunned. I was sad. It was hurt. I'm crying inside. But she was right. I was stupid. Then eventually, one of my classmates do something funny, and he smiled and laughed. Automatically, I smiled and laughed too. Then the teacher said, "This is a serious moment, and you still laughing?" I was asked out of the class. And I was like, me? It was him, not me. I tried to explain, but everyone stared at me. They are like, I have no idea what to do. I'm so afraid. And then I stepped out of the class. I'm so sad. I felt so lonely. I was at the bottom of the ocean. Then I found my ugly phone eventually, and there was a motivation story right there. It said that 1,000 steps is started with a single one. I played numerous times until I got triggered. I was at the bottom of the ocean. But hey, my only option now was to rise. Then I reached one of the best students in the class, and I asked him, "Hey bro, how come do you so clever?" I didn't expect he will answer my question because everyone in the class is so competitive. Surprisingly, he answered, "See the problems exercise in the book? Just rewrite it and rewrite it." And I was like, no question, I just did it. I found the physics book and rewrite every problems exercise. I do it every day. And I feel improved. In the first semester, I get 40, 45 in the physics. Then in the second semester, I got 81. Aha, I got it. Physics, I'm ready. And then the second semester, there was a physics Olympiad competition. I bring my Olympiad book. I practice every problems exercise, and I was ready. on the D-Day. Surprisingly, 3 of 9 questions is just like in the book, and the rest of it is somehow similar. 1 week later, I was taking a bath in the public bathroom. Suddenly, my junior was rushing to me. Open the door. He said, "Udah, Alfin, you are number 1." And I say, "Number 1? Yeah, come on, everyone is waiting for you." I said, I didn't believe it. But deep down in my heart, I said, I knew it. In the Monday ceremony, I stand in front of the crowd. Everyone cheers for me. I became popular. I have a lot of friends, and I feel alive. My fellow Toastmaster and guests, do you have a problem in your life that puts you down in the bottom of the ocean? And you feel so down, desperate? It's okay. Just enjoy it. Even put a smile on it. Why? Because you cannot go deeper, because you are already in the bottom. And your only option is to rise. Thank you. Back to you, Content Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alfin. Let's have 5 minutes of break while the judges complete their ballots and have them collected by telecounters. Timer, please signal us when 5 minutes is up.
Contest Toastmaster, 5 minutes of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Let us now begin the table topic speech contest. The purposes of this category are to provide an opportunity to learn by observing the more proficient speakers who have benefited from their Toastmaster training, and to encourage development of impromptu and/or extemporaneous speaking skills, and to recognize the best as encouragement to all. The first and second placers of this table topic speech contest will represent SCBD Toastmaster Club at area I3 table topic speech contest. For table topic speech contest, the contest will begin with one contestant. Except the first speaker, the Zoom host will put the contestants to holding room until they are called upon. Each contestant will have the same table topics question to be read by the contest Toastmaster. There are 3 participants in this contest. The speaking order for the table topics speech contest was determined earlier by having our contestants draw for position. The speaking order for the table topic speech contest will be first, Garda Widinuraga, second, Wiratama Aji Wirananda, and third, Dentia Saraswati. There will be 1 minute of silence before each contestant. Timer, when I call for 1 minute of silence, please signal me when 1 minute of silence is up. Except contestant 1 for Zoom host, please make sure that the contestants are out of the main contest room. And timer, signal me 1 minute for ensure that the contestants are already in the holding room.
The table topic contestant for Toastmaster Wira and Toastmaster Dentia have been in the breakout room.
Thank you. I have just received the table topic question from the contest chair. Chief Judge, can you please confirm that the judges have been briefed and are ready to go?
Yes, all the judges have been briefed and they are ready to go.
Thank you, Chief Judge. Timer, please time 1 minute of silence for contestant number 1.
Contest Toastmaster, 1 minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Zoom host, can I confirm with you that Toastmaster Dentia already in the holding room?
Toastmaster Dentia is not in the holding room yet, but she is also not in the main room. So I think we can start first.
Okay. Please help me welcome the contestant number 1, Toastmaster Garda Widinuraga.
Hello, Contest Master. Am I audible and visible?
Yes. Can you please spotlight the contestant? Zoom host, please. Thank you. Wait for a minute. Zoom, yeah. You are visible and audible. Thank you. Can you please confirm that can see timer 1?
Yes, I can see timer 1.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Garda Widi Nuraga. You suffer more in imagination than in reality. You suffer more in imagination than in reality. Garda Widi Nuraga.
I completely agree to the statement. Fellow Toastmasters and ladies and gentlemen, have you ever had an imagination, be it a wild imagination at least once in your life? That could be something like, oh, I imagine myself to be the richest person in this world, or I imagine to be the CEO of the company. There's a thin line between imagination and dreams. And what distinguishes one from another? Your action. Let me begin with my personal story that I had an imagination that one day I could discover the cure for HIV. But then I turned it into actions for creating my concrete steps to reach for that goals. However, at the same time, it also turned me to realize that if I had not realized my reality of everything that happens around me, I would stuck myself into the long lost dream, or so it's called the limbo of myself. And that was the thinnest difference between I was living on my imagination or living on the reality that was not meant for me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, try to recall one moment in your life when you had a dream and you tried to achieve your dreams. Was it a true dream or just an imagination? Because as the longer you live in that unwanted imagination, the longer you suffer in your life. And try to accept the reality that you are living on this day forward for the better future. Contest Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Garda. May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots and Zoom Master bring contestant number 2 to the main room. Timers, please signal me when 1 minute is up.
Contest Toastmaster, 1 minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Please help me welcome contestant number 2, Toastmaster Wiratama Aji Wirananda.
Toastmaster Tias, wait first, yeah.
Okay. Before Toastmaster Wira, we need to wait for more minutes.
Please add another 1 minute of silence. Thank you.
Yes. Timers, please, can you Time 1 minute. And please tell me when 1 minute is up. Thank you.
Okay, please go ahead, Toastmaster. Yes.
Toastmaster, 1 minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Please help me welcome contestant number 2, Toastmaster Wiratama Aji Wirananda. Hi, Toastmaster Wira.
Hello, Contestant Toastmaster. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are visible and audible. Can you please confirm if you can see timer 1?
Yep, I can see timer 1.
Okay. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Wiratama Aji Wirananda. You suffer more in imagination than in reality. You suffer more in imagination than in reality. Wiratama Aji Wirananda.
As a guy who is a pretty imaginative person, I have to agree with that. You suffer more in imagination than in reality. Let me tell you something. I suck at mathematical questions. I suck at math. I remember during my time in university, specifically the fourth semester, I had to retake a course called Math Business because in the second semester I failed that course. I was so stressed out with the questions, like I was freaked out in front of my best friend. Dude, I can't do this. This is insane. I don't know what to do. Ah! That's what I felt inside. My imagination was thinking, oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Better kiss my butt goodbye because I have a feeling that I'm gonna fail this class. But my best friend gave me word encouragement. Wira, take it easy, relax, take a deep breath. Everything that might go wrong, there's a possibility that everything might go wrong. But stop thinking about that first, but instead of thinking about what can go right. And after that, for some reason, there are two people, gave me a word of encouragement. And I feel that, you know, all right, instead of thinking what might go wrong, think about what might go right. So yeah, after studying so hard and in the final, I did pretty well, even though I was nervous as heck. The final result got in, and all of a sudden, I got B-. So yeah, I agree with the Contest Toastmaster. Everything might go wrong in the imagination, but it's not gonna be as scary in reality. That's all from me. Back to you, CT.
Thank you, Toastmaster Wira. May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots and Zoom Master bring contestant number 3 to the main room. Timers, please signal me when 1 minute is up.
Am I audible and visible? can't hear you, Toastmaster Linton.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, we still on the 1 minute of silence, so please wait. Thank you.
Contest Toastmaster, 1 minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Please help me welcome contestant number 3, Toastmaster Dentia Saraswati. Hi, Toastmaster Dentia.
Hi, Toastmaster Tias. Am I audible and visible again?
Yes, you are visible and audible. Can you please confirm if you can see timer 1?
Yes, I can.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Dentia Saraswati, you suffer more in imagination than in reality. You suffer more in imagination than in reality, Dentia Saraswati.
All right. Good afternoon, my fellow Toastmaster, guests, and the honorable judges. Have you heard about cognitive behavior therapy? Your thought affects your behavior, affects your feeling. Imagine now, if you are feeling suffering, like the whole day, you think that you are the most miserable person in this world. What do you think will come up in your behavior? Right? I would assume that you will feel insecure, you will feel confident, you feel sad, you'll feel depressed at the end. And your behavior will show towards the negativity. That's why it says you suffer more in your imagination than in your reality. Because to be very honest, if you think that you will be happy, your life will be happy no matter what. I used to have 8 times salary that I earn right now. But does that make me happier? Apparently, right now, staying at home, doing my work online, gives me more peaceful and steady job and the good things that comes along with it. So when I thought that getting less salary will make my life more difficult, it turns out no. The reality shows up differently. And that's the reason why if you like to choose your, or if you want to make your life happier, it's always start from the thought. Because you, once again, your thought will then affect your behavior and it will affect your feelings. I guess that's all from my side. Back to you, Contest Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dentia. Let's have 5 minutes of break while the judges complete their ballots and have them collected by telecounters. Timers, please signal us when 5 minutes is up. Thank you.
Contest Toastmaster, 5 minutes of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Let us now begin the evaluation speech contest. The purposes of this category are to provide an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking abilities and to provide an opportunity to learn by observing the more proficient speakers who have benefited from their Toastmaster training. The first and second placers of this evaluation speech contest will represent SCBD Toastmaster Club at the Area I3 evaluation speech contest. For the evaluation speech contest, all contestants will listen to a test speaker in this main contest room. After that, they will enter the holding room to have 5 minutes preparation. Each contestant will be assisted by co-hosts to enter main contest room one by one according to the speaking order. In order for our contestant to compete, we need someone to speak for them. We have selected a test speaker to provide a speech today. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Agus Setiawan. Hi, Toastmaster Agus.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Can you please confirm if you can see the timer?
Yes, I could see the timer one.
Okay, thank you. Are you ready?
I have to be.
Okay then. Agus Setiawan, never easy. Never easy, Agus Setiawan.
Do you know what I was thinking earlier this week? No? I was thinking about all those days in high school, especially the final exam week. Then there was this subject called math, and math is not something I'm terribly strong in. But that day I got lucky. I managed to finish first and say, wow, that was easy. And the following week, I came to my school only to find out that I failed big time, which proved the popular saying, if it is easy, if it feels easy for you, you might be doing it wrong. Contest share, fellow Toastmasters and friends. The type of situation was similar to this week situation when my company had an audit for food safety because we are manufacturing coconut milk and coconut cream for export. And to make it worse, I was selected to lead a team for preparing the maintenance reports and documents required for pre-audit starting December last year in 2021. You know, when everything ran well and was easy, that's when I started to worry that we might be doing it wrong, just like the exam years back then. Yeah, and that's right. And we found out that the documents that we have prepared were invalid and that we have to recreate 1 year worth of reports. So I think to myself, what could go wrong? What the way of the success of this audit? Because first, I have my work ethic, which is good. I have my striving for perfection, which may be good, but I have trust issues, which is definitely bad. And speaking of work ethic, I believe in hard work. And sometimes I have to leave people behind when they didn't work as fast as me. And I end up doing everything all by myself. But this audit required me to team up with my coworkers. So I think that leadership and teamwork is not something I'm terribly strong in, but I have to do it this time. And for someone who was used to working alone, it was never easy. And no one said it was easy. But I learned to adjust my pace and compromise and walk side by side as a team leader. And now as a leader, I cannot accomplish goals on my own, right? I have to rely on my team members. But just when I was about to involve them, the perfectionist part of me said to myself, what if they do it wrong? What if it doesn't work out? What if they don't do it in my way? So despite having my team, I tried to take care of everything all by myself. And there came a point when I was overwhelmed because however hard I work, there's a limited amount that I can do. So I had to lower my expectations, and lowering my expectations is not something I'm terribly strong in, but I have to do it this time. And for someone who is always striving for excellence, flawlessness, perfectionism, it is never easy. And no one says it is easy, but I learned how to set aside my perfectionism and delegate my team members to do the necessary work. So the audit is coming closer, and I remember the great Simon Sinek's quote, which says, a team is not a group of people who work together. A team is a group of people who trust each other. And looking back, I realized that all these difficulties that I experienced during pre-audit are not time management issues. They are not unmanageable workload issues, but it is my trust issues that stand in the way of the success. So Contestant, fellow Toastmasters and friends, we finished the reports and the audit went smoothly, and we managed to get a score, an A, yay. But yeah, the audit may be over, but it has taught me many lessons that I will cherish for the rest of my life. First, sometimes I had to ignore my work ethic to compromise, to walk side by side with my colleagues, and it is okay. So second, the process was still far from perfection, and it is okay because in the pursuit of good teamwork, delegation is far more important. And finally, I have learned to trust the hard way, and those feelings of easiness that I experienced over the course of the audit were the results of trust that I've built towards my coworkers. So it is never going to be easy, ladies and gentlemen, and no one says it is going to be easy. But at the end of the day, you might notice that things get easier, or maybe sometimes get too easy, not because you might be doing it wrong, but it is a sign that you have learned to trust and share the burden. Back to you, Contestant Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Agus. We will now give our evaluation speech contestants 5 minutes to complete their evaluation. There are 3 participants in this contest. The speaking order for the evaluation speech contest was determined earlier by having our contestants draw for position. The speaking order for the evaluation speech contest will be: first, Dentia Saraswati; second, Garda Widinuraga; and third, Andhyka Sumarsono. Zoom host, please make sure that the contestants are out of the main contest room. Timers, signal me 5 minutes for them starting when they are in the holding room. When 5 minutes is up, escort our first contestant back to this room immediately. Thank you.
Contestant Master, the participants, the contestants have been in the holding room. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoom host. While the evaluation contestants complete their evaluation, we will get to know our guest speaker. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Agus.
Hi.
Hi,
How are you?
hello,
Well, I
Agus.
asked you how are you earlier. I'm sorry.
Yes, it's okay. How do you feel?
I'm satisfied with my performance just now. Somewhat satisfied, I guess. I don't know, but I'm also excited that I get to be evaluated by 3 great evaluators from my club, who are Toastmaster Dentia, Toastmaster Garda, and Toastmaster Andhyka, right?
Yes, that will be a very good experience, right? And
Yes.
also you should be satisfied, because I think your speech is very great, and also the topic is very relatable, I think, for most of us, especially for me, because I have that kind of experience also. And as you mentioned, we just have to double check for everything.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So, how long have you been joining the SCBD Toastmaster?
I'm sorry.
How long have you been joining the SCBD Toastmaster?
Oh, I have joined SCBD Toastmasters since November 2021.
I see.
I took a hiatus for 2 months, December and January, because I had an audit that I mentioned in my speech. The audit took most of my time. So December and January, I was preoccupied with audit, so I have to be focused on that. So I couldn't be committed to any SCBD meeting. So this is my comeback, my kind of comeback.
Yeah. And what is your motivation, if we may know, what is your motivation joining the Toastmaster and especially SCBD Toastmaster Club?
My motivation for joining SCBD clubs. Before I joined SCBD Toastmasters Club, maybe some of you might have known this. I have been a Toastmasters member since 2017, and I joined Malang Toastmasters Club in East Java, and I was, then I have joined them for 3 years or 2 years more or less, and then the pandemic hits that I have to move towns, and I'm not familiar with online meetings, so I hesitated to renew my membership. So I was, I don't know, I took a break from any Toastmasters starting 2020, and I decided to join again when my friends from from SCBD Toastmasters, Toastmaster Agung, who is also the contestants for today. So I was dragged into this, and after taking a break for 2 years, I think something is missing in my life, and I believe it is Toastmasters.
Wow.
And and gladly my friend Agung dragged into this, and I enjoyed my time in SCBD Toastmasters Club meetings, as well as in any other meetings in Jakarta. And now, and last November, I decided to join because maybe maybe it is a good time to be back. Maybe it is a great time to polish my speaking skills again, because I have been really, I think my speaking skills has degraded over the years, so I need to relearn it or learn more about it. That's all, I guess.
Yeah, that's very interesting. What do you think is the benefit? Hi, hello.
Hello. His name
The
is
benefit.
Samuel. Oh, go on. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So, what is the most benefit that you get by joining Toastmaster? Because I think it's interesting that you mentioned you already joined the Toastmaster, but then you not joined for 2 years, and now you think that it is important to you. So, what is the benefit, especially maybe now in the professional world?
Oh yeah.
By joining Toastmasters.
Yes, the thing is that I don't know, last year, in the middle of the year of last year, I was asked by my boss to give a presentation for KPI in front of Thailand's Thai people who is also working for the company. So I'm actually working for a Thai company, and everyone in the room, in the meeting room, are Thai people, and I have to present my the key performance indicator for my department in English, and that was when I realized that my English and my English speaking or speaking in general skills has degraded. And I felt so nervous when I gave presentation. Sweat is coming out of all over my face, my body, and my feet, and it felt so uncomfortable, and it felt so awkward. So then then in November, I decided to join because maybe, yeah, it is a good time for me to rejoin the Toastmasters Club because I have benefited from it in terms of English speaking skills. Yeah, and as well as the public speaking skills.
Yeah, similarly, we have same experience. So I need to learn from you a lot because I also work for a Thailand company. Sorry, who's his name? I don't.
Agus,
Oh,
Toastmaster Agus.
my name is Agus.
Okay.
Yeah, so, okay, the timer, can you please inform me if time in 5 minutes is up? Okay.
Yeah, the time is up.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters, for
Thank
your
you, Toastmasters,
sharing
for the time.
today.
Yes, thank you, and good luck. Right.
Thank you. Once again, thank you for your speech. Chief Judge, can you please confirm that the judges have been briefed and are ready to go? Hello, Chief Judge.
Yes, all the judges have been briefed and they are ready to go. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Chief Judge. Zoom Master, please bring contestant 1 from the holding room.
Yes, contestant 1 have been brought to the holding room.
Thank you. There will be 1 minute of silence before the first contestant and between each contestant. Timer, when I call for 1 minute of silence, please signal me when 1 minute of silence is up. Timers, please time 1 minute of silence for contestant number 1.
Contestant Master, 1 minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Please help me welcome contestant number 1, Toastmaster Dentia Saraswati.
Am I visible and audible?
Yes, you are visible and audible. Please, can you please confirm if you can see timer 1, Toastmaster Dentia?
Yes, I can.
Okay, are you ready?
I am.
Dentia Saraswati. Dentia Saraswati.
If it's too easy for you, you might be doing it wrong. What Toastmaster Agus had shared us earlier got me thinking, is it true? Good afternoon, Master, my fellow Toastmaster and honorable judges. The way Toastmaster Agus delivered his speech was really smooth and fantastic. He opened the speech with a good question, throwing a question to the audience, a rhetorical one, and he waited until everyone digests the speech. And then comes to the body where he shared his personal story, which I really like the most. I like someone that shared his personal story. By the way, congratulations for nailing A in the audit report. And he also closed the speech with a quote from Simon Sinek. That was a great delivery. And that was I like the most about Toastmaster Agus' speech. Apart from that, I have also 2 other things that I think might be useful for Toastmaster Agus and his future speech. The first one that I noticed that he was speaking in the same pattern and pace. So I believe that it will be good to add some pauses in between, like when you say, what could go wrong? Add a pause there and let the audience digest the questions. It will give some dramatical impact to your speech. The second one is the body language or the meaningful gestures. When you said that, the previous one, or when you said, no one said it's going to be easy, use maybe facial expression or use hand gesture that says no one says that it's going to be easy. It will also add some dramatical impact, and that will remain with the audience even more. Right. The last one is to maybe conclude the closing to the opening, because I noticed that you discussed the things that could go easy in the beginning, but then in the end you were talking about the leadership. But overall, it was a good speech. Toastmaster Agus, well done. Thank you for sharing that story with us. You have nailed the whole story, the whole delivery. It was smooth delivery, and then you may want to improve by adding some pauses and add some meaningful gestures and connect the closing with the opening. I guess that's all from my side. And as you said, it is not easy, so maybe this is something that is right for me. Thank you. Back to Contest Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dentia. May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots and Zoom Master bring contestant number 2 to the main room. Timer, please signal me when 1 minute is up.
Contestant number 2 is already in the main room.
Okay. Thank you. Let's wait for 1 minute.
Contest Toastmaster, 1 minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Please help me welcome contestant number 2, Toastmaster Garda Widi Nuraga. Hi, Toastmaster Garda.
Hi, Toastmaster Tias. Am I clearly audible and visible?
Yes, you are visible and audible. Can you please confirm that you can see timer 1?
Yes, I can see timer 1.
Okay. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Garda Widi Nuraga. Garda Widi Nuraga.
With all due respect to our contest chair, who is a math teacher, forgive me, I am also not a good at in math. But the speaker had reminded me of the song that Shakira was sang. Like, I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end and I start again. Never give up, regardless, the situation is never that easy. Such a on-point message from the speaker. Congratulations, Toastmaster Agus, because from your speech, I could digest 3 parts that I can deliver here as my part of feedback towards his speech. In V, P, C. The first one is the values. I truly admire the values that the speaker had just delivered throughout the speech. Never easy. And it's never always that easy to never give up in everything that we do in our life. That at certain moments, we as a human being, we have to comprehend all of the situations, and that also teaches us how to adjust ourselves, maybe to compromise, just like what the speaker did in his life. That was truly remarkable. Toastmaster Agus. And the second one is the P, personality. I truly love how the speaker embodied himself as a person who gave us his storytelling part. He started with the confidence. I must say the confidence was off the roof. It was off the chart. And I truly admire how he brought that kind of confidence throughout the speech. And in the middle of the speech, the speaker was also turning it into this vulnerability that by expressing, what if my team did something wrong? That gave us moments when we started to realize that it is okay for us as humans to be vulnerable in our life. And for every great storytelling, there will always be rooms for improvements. And I can offer the speaker C, the conflict, because we understand that storytelling may not just be a book or guidance for everyone to follow. Like, for example, the storyline was already 90% good. But if I may suggest to add the remaining 10%, the speaker may add emphasis and add more understanding. Like, I suggest to provide the plot twist on the story. Like, for example, well, I know that I have to trust my team, but I just go it my own way and leave the rest of it on my own. But then, boom! It was my mistake. I didn't trust them. I need to understand this. So adding that values, personality, and also adding the conflict, I believe the story was better, and you're already a great speaker, Toastmaster Agus. Back to you, Contestant Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Garda. May we have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots and Submaster bring contestant number 3 to the main room. Timers, please signal me when 1 minute is up.
Contestant number 3 is already in the main room. Thank you.
Thank you.
Contestant Master, 1 minute of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Please help me welcome contestant number 3, Toastmaster Andhyka Sumarsono.
Hi, Contestant
Toastmaster
Master.
Andhyka. Yes.
Am I visible and audible?
Yes, you are visible and audible. Can you please confirm if you can see timer 1?
Yes, I can.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Andhyka Sumarsono. Andhyka Sumarsono.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Trust. Trust who? Trusting people will create a great group. Well, that's one powerful message from Toastmaster Agus' speech. He delivers the speech with a good structure so that he can engage the audience and get his main message. 3 things that I like from Toastmaster Agus' speech is how he had his facial expression. He was very expressive. It seems that he is very into it. He knows what he is delivering. For example, when he said, "What if they didn't do it my way?" He shows that he's anxious about it. The next thing that I like from Toastmaster Agus' speech is how he uses tonality. For example, he stressed on some points, for example, to make it worse. So he used different tonality for different points so that we know that which one are important points. And the next thing that I like is that he summed up the important points of his story, and with an extra of hand gesture. He said 1, 2, 3. It really helps for the audience to recall what are the main messages. And he put 1, 2, 3 in front of his face or his body so that we can all see them. So the areas of improvement for Toastmaster Agus is how he pays the speech. So Toastmaster Agus, you speak tend to be fast. Sometimes people with different preference might find your speech is hard to comprehend. If you speak fast all the time, I know that speaking fast shows that you are very excited with the content, with the speech, with the audience. But pacing your speech, sometimes you can do low, you can do high. For example, what if they didn't do it my way? So by using slower pace, it will help the audience to get to know on your main point. And then I saw that you automatically have your hand gesture when you deliver your speech. So I recommend you to zoom out from the camera a bit so that we can see half of your body, so that we can see your hand movement that support your story. All in all, I really enjoy your speech. You can keep up the facial expression, the tonality, and your gesture, and you can improve your pacing and your body position, and you will be a more and more great speaker. Back to you, Contest Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andhyka. Let's have 5 minutes of break while the judges complete their ballots and have them collected by tally counters. Timers, please signal us when 5 minutes is up. Thank you.
Contest Toastmaster, 5 minutes of silence is up. Thank you.
Thank you. Fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the SCBD Toastmaster Club Speech Contest. I would like to say thank you to our contest chair and all contest officials. But before we go to the announcements of winners, let us know more about our contestants today. Hello. So I may want to ask Toastmaster Yusuf. Are you there, Toastmaster Yusuf?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, is this your first time joining the speech contest?
Yes, this is my first time doing the speech contest, correct.
How do you feel? What do you do for the preparation?
What did I do for the preparations? I'm just practicing over and over again and try to record myself and see whether my speech has proper structure, whether it makes sense, and try to improve on that.
Wow, that's great. That's very great preparation. Thank you, Toastmaster Yusuf. And Toastmaster Agung. Hi, Toastmaster Agung.
Hi.
This is also your first time, right?
Yes, it is.
So, how do you feel? How do you feel during the preparation, and then how do you feel when you deliver your speech and after you deliver the speech?
Okay, first, after I deliver the speech, I feel relaxed and I feel relieved actually. And speaking about the preparation, I would say I just prepared my speech this morning, so that's really I was in rush. I need to practice it, practice, just and then yes, that's all. I mean, after doing the speech, I feel grateful. I feel satisfied actually because with the little amount of time I was preparing, I hope that I did well. Yeah.
Thank you for the sharing, Toastmaster Agung. Hi, Toastmaster Dentia. As I know, this is your second time, right?
Yes, it is. Still first, I still feel like the first time though.
But what is it? I mean, what is your learning from the previous contest that maybe it will benefited you in the preparation for the second time?
Actually, to me, a year has given me a lot, right? So last year, I can really feel the nervousness, and even though the amount of time that I prepared myself for the contest, I felt that I wasn't ready still. But right now, within within that 1 year, I tried to join as many meetings as possible, doing the evaluation speech as many as possible, and then yeah, joining table topic if I have a chance, and that's what helps me a lot in today's contest. Actually, practice makes you confidence, gives you confidence, and yeah, makes you stand on your feet better.
Thank you for the sharing, Toastmaster Dentia. And Toastmaster Andhyka, I may want to ask also, because I think it is your second time also, right?
Yes.
So during the preparation, what do you think you prepared better than the first time?
I changed my point of view on creating the message is about the audience, not myself, because I want my speech to be useful for the audience, although this is a speech contest, and it helps me to relate and then to prepare. And I understood that there are some participants who have similar main message, just like me, the fear. And I think so validates my, I would say the audience, so that the audience, I think they are, some of them are having fear and so on and so forth. So I want to contribute based on my personal experience.
Yes, that's very interesting. Thank you for your sharing, Toastmaster Andhyka. Hi, Toastmaster Wira.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
A bit relieved. It feels like all of the burden has been thrown away.
Wow.
It felt great. I felt great now.
You know, I'm interesting to know that this is your first time, right?
First time in Toastmaster competition, but not my first time in a speech competition.
Ah, I see. Okay. I'm interesting why you choose for the table topic, because I think most of us think that table topic is quite difficult, right? Or challenging. So why you choose for table topic?
Well, according to the contest chair, since I haven't finished my level 2, I couldn't join the international speech or the evaluation. So, she asked me, you want a table topic? I said, yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, I think that's very interesting. And you look so ready, right? You know, with the gesture.
I don't know if I can call that ready, because not gonna lie, when I was waiting for my turn, all I did was just shadow boxing, jumping around. Honestly, I felt nervous. It's like when I'm competing. I'm a grappler, and when I compete with other fighter, I was like, oh my god, it's going to happen. It's going to. That's what I felt. Regardless of what competition I'm joining, is it a grappling match or speech contest, I always have that nervousness.
Mhm. But I think we can see that you're very confident in delivering the speech, right? Thank you, Toastmaster Wira.
Yeah, thank you,
Hi,
CP.
hi, Toastmaster Hanny. Hello, hi, Toastmaster Hanny.
Hello. Hello?
Yeah, I want to know how long have you been in SCBD Toastmaster?
How long? I think more than 6 months.
More than 6 months. What is the motivation to join this speech contest?
I want to challenge myself by through deliver my speech, and I want to practice again for especially my English skill, and try to reduce my fear again to speak in front of people. And I learned or try to write the speech I joined in international speech because I learned how to make the structured speech so I can deliver well. Hopefully I can deliver with the main message that I want to share to audience.
Yes, yes. I think it's also become a motivation for all of us, yeah. Hopefully next year we can see more faces join the contest. Because the time is up, thank you again, all the contestants, and wish you the best result for you today. So let us call upon the virtual stage our contest chair, Melanie Rivera, to announce the winners, and that concludes my part as contest master today. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you, Toastmaster Tias, as our contest master. Hey, whew, what a relief, right? So before we call the let us acknowledge our contest officials, because without them, this will not be possible. So I will be calling one by one our contest officials and present them their certificates, except for the judges because they're very confidential. So please turn on your camera when I call your name. Can we remove first the spotlight from me? Okay, so Toastmaster Dewey, can you please help me share the slides for the certificates of the committees?
Sure.
Yes, You are allowed to share the screen. And Toastmaster Galvin, please help me spotlight. Yeah, okay, next. Thank you. It's still me, so for all our contest official, we will be giving you certificate of appreciation for being our contest officials in this year's SCBD Toastmasters Club speech contest. So me first. Let's have the second one, sorry. Thank you. Next, Toastmaster Dewey. Toastmaster Dewey. Okay, so thank you, Toastmaster Uyin Charissa Aziza, for being our chief judge. Can you please turn on your camera too? Yes, smile. I cannot spotlight. Yeah, there, smile. Next, let's have the next contest official. Toastmaster Dewey, please. Toastmaster Tias. Yeah, so thank you for your service today, Toastmaster Tias, as our contest Toastmaster. Yay. Smile. Okay, so let's go on to the next Toastmaster Dewey. Thank you, Toastmaster Tias. And we also have our timer, Toastmaster Sari Christie. Please turn on your camera and smile. Okay, thank you. Then let's have our second timer, the one behind that beautiful voice. Toastmaster Andy. Where are you, Toastmaster Andy? Can you please start your video? There. Yeah, smile. Yeah. Then we also have our tally counters. Thank you, Toastmaster Andy. Toastmaster, yeah, tally counters. Toastmaster Argia Pandu Ramadan. Can you please show your count? Yeah, there. Smile. Yeah. And the other tally counter, Toastmaster Kayum, but he has another commitment. So yeah, let's go to the next. So if is he still here? No more. And our Zoom master, Toastmaster Galvin Batty. Spotlight yourself. Smile. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Galvin. Do we still, yeah, and our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Redika. Can you turn on your camera? I cannot see Toastmaster Redika. Okay. So, and thank you also to other SAA, Toastmaster Dewey, Setia. Can you please, where are you, Toastmaster Dewey? There. Smile. Okay. So I think that those are our contest officials and also to our confidential judges. Thank you for your service today. And now, are you excited to know who are the winners of our contest today? So, except for the judges, you can actually turn on now your camera so that we can see also your facial expressions. And it's okay if you don't spotlight me anymore. It's fine. So, okay. Inhale. Exhale. So first, congratulations to all our contestants today for participating in SCBD Toastmasters Club Speech Contest 2022. So let us begin with the winners of SCBD Toastmasters Club International Speech Contest. Oh, yay! So there was no disqualification due time. So first, let's have our third winner. The third place winner is, but there's no drum roll anymore. So, oh, this is drum roll anymore. So, wait, did it show already? Yes, Toastmaster Alfin Abrar. Yay! Congratulations, Toastmaster Alfin. Can we spotlight Toastmaster Alfin for the certificate? Smile.
Yay!
Yay. Smile.
I'm crying.
You're crying. Okay, thank you. And thank you. So let's proceed to our second place winner of the International Speech Contest. And he or she is none other than Toastmaster Dewey. Toastmaster Andhyka Samarsano. Yay! Congratulations, Toastmaster Andhyka. Smile. Okay. And congratulations. So, and our first winner, our first place winner for the International Speech Contest this year is none other than, yes, sorry for the drum roll, Toastmaster Garda Naraga. Congratulations. So for, so smile first. So our first place and second winner will be advancing to Area I3 International Speech Contest in February. So congratulations, everyone. Now let's proceed to the table topics. The table topics winners. Let me go on first. So winners of the SCBD Toastmasters Club Table Topic Speech Contest. There was no disqualification due to time. So the third place winner for the Table Topics Speech Contest is none other than, Toastmaster Dewey, please. Okay, none other than Toastmaster. I'm not sure if I will say the name right. Toastmaster Dewey share the certificate. Thank you. Wira Tama Aji Wirananda. Congratulations, Toastmaster Wira. And the second winner or the second place winner for our table topic speech contest is, go ahead, Toastmaster Dewey. Toastmaster Dentia Saraswati. Congratulations. I did not take a picture, sorry. Yeah, there. So next. And the winner for the table topic speech contest is Toastmaster Garda Naraga. Congratulations, Toastmaster Garda. Yeah, smile. Now, let's go on to SCBD Toastmasters Club Evaluation Speech Contest. So we have 3 participants there as well. So the third place winner is Toastmaster Dewey. Our third place winner is Toastmaster. Your reaction. I know, but I'm waiting for the certificate. Sorry. Okay, there is Toastmaster Dentia Saraswati. Yay! Congratulations. Now, between our 2 gentlemen, who will be the second place winner and the first place winner? Okay, let's have the second place winner of the Evaluation Speech Contest 2022. Go ahead, Toastmaster Dewey. And that is Toastmaster Garda Naraga. Congratulations. Smile. And our first place winner for the Evaluation Speech Contest is Toastmaster Andhyka Samarsano. Wait for the certificate first. Toastmaster Andhyka. Smile. Yeah, there. So congratulations, everyone. Whew, I'm happy. Okay. So the first place and the second place winner will advance to Area I3 Speech Contest in February. Yeah. And once again, congratulations to all our contestants and winners. Thank you, everyone, for coming and helping this contest to run smoothly. For our district and club leaders, distinguished Toastmasters, judges, contestants, contest officials, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guests, we thank you for being here. And with this, SCBD Toastmasters Club Speech Contest 2022 is now adjourned. So I would like to invite you to turn on your camera, except for our judges, and let's take a quick picture. Smile. Also, the audience, you can take, please turn on your camera as well. Thank you. Toastmaster T, yes, and Dewey, and Toastmaster Nia, Toastmaster Yvonne. Okay, except the judges, right? Okay, ready? Smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. One more. The smile of all winners. Smile. Right there. Thank you for today, and the meeting is now adjourned. See you in Area I3. Bye-bye.